Hola todos, bienvenidos. Today, oh man, is it echoey in here? So sorry for the echo. Shoot, I really hope. Well, we're gonna have to deal with the echo. We're gonna have to deal with it. New place equals not all the furniture is here yet. Yeah. Today I'm going to show you a typical, not atypical, but a typical Nicaraguan dish, which is Sopa de Queso, which is basically like a soup with cheese torts, or like, you can call it cheese soup, or you can call it like cheese tort soup, or something. I am going to tell you more or less how to make it, but for making this soup, we did not measure. We just basically put stuff in and tested it and said, okay, we need more of this, we need more of that. So I'm gonna tell you more or less how much you might need, but you kind of have to, if you're gonna follow this recipe, just try to see what you can do. And hopefully it turns out good. This recipe yields about, I think it was like 20 some or 23 to 25-ish torts. Depends what size you make, obviously, but somewhere around 20. Which most people eat their soup with 2 to 3 torts in it, so however many servings that makes. Yeah, you start out by making the dough for the tort things. 1.5 pounds of masa, which is a corn type of flour. We started out with 2 bags of cuajada, which is like a crumbly feta type cheese. And I think they're 1/2 pound bags or 1 pound bags. I don't know. I'm gonna ask somebody who knows and put it here. But then we ended up adding another 1.5 bags, so a total of 3.5 bags of cuajada. We have made it with feta cheese before and it turned out good. We started with 2 huevos, but then we ended up adding 1 more, so a total of 3 huevos. ¡Ay, señor! So I believe we added around 2 to 3 cups of water. Actually, I think it was more like 1 to 2 cups of water, so that you can. And then you also want to add the 1 bag of sour cream, which I believe is 1/2 pound. I'm not sure. I will check on that as well. And then add the achiote, which is basically just to add color, to make it like a pinkish color. And I think that was like a couple teaspoons that we put in, 2 to 3. I don't think it matters if you put like too much. I don't think it has really much of a flavor. And I believe you could also use paprika instead of achiote. Gonna leave a little bit of that dough from the torts behind to add to the soup. Then you want to grab a pan and put in some oil. It doesn't matter what size pan, how much oil, just as long as the torts get covered up when you go to fry them. Then you're just gonna grab chunks of the dough and pat them into torts. Go ahead and fry them for like a couple, 2 or 3 minutes. I don't know, depending how hot your oil is, obviously, until they're like golden brown, not burnt, but you also want them to cook all the way through. These are actually really good to eat así frita. Some people like to put them in their soup and some people don't. I'll come back later. While you are going through and frying the tortas, cut up your tomatoes. Just a bit of green pepper, like, I don't know, know, it just depends how much you like. So this would be like a half medium sized green bell pepper. And then a whole medium sized onion. I'm gonna put some water boiling, like, I don't know, just how much soup do you want? Add that much water, minus a little bit because we're gonna add something else later. This was like half a pot, so 8 cups, no sé exactamente. And then there's this stuff called pollo con fideos. It's like a chicken bouillon type of thing with little mini noodles. So if I was making this in my house, since here in the US, in the place I live, there's not very much of a wide variety of ethnic foods. So I would probably just add some chicken bouillon cubes and a little bit of noodles. Last time we made this sopa de queso in our house, we didn't have this, so we didn't even add any sort of noodles. Vas a dejar eso for a while so that the veggies and the noodly things get softened, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. How high should you put the heat? Well, we didn't have an option of putting the heat higher or lower. It was either on or off, so we just turned it on. I would put it on like medium. Then you're gonna get about 1.5, 2 cups of water and mix it in with your last like 1 or 2 cups de la masa that you made until it's like really watery. Hierba buena. Pretty sure this is hierba buena. Pretty sure that means mint. Also, I did this wrong. I ripped up all the little leaves like this, and it actually meant for me to like pull a couple stems with leaves off of the plant and put them straight in like that so that you don't eat them when you eat your soup. So it was meant to be like pieces that you can pull out of your soup and avoid eating, but I ripped it all up. Then after a few more minutes, when it seems all mixed together and smelling so good and it's all heated and all your stuff is softened and your torts are done being cooked, you can add the torts to the soup and let them sit for 3 to 5 minutes before you serve it. Or you can just serve the soup and put your torts in your bowl, or también puedes just drink the soup on the side and put your tortas on a plate so they don't get all soggy. See how it turned out. Gracias por ver. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you make this soup, let me know. If you have ever made this soup and you do it a little bit differently, also comment below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, comment down below, subscribe for more, and we'll see you next time. Bye! Okay, let's go. Let go of my finger. I was holding I was in where my... I made them a little bit too thick. And it'll taste so good, so good. I love this soup.